83% of Thai people feel lonely. A recent nationwide survey revealed something quite striking. 83% of Thais feel lonely. That's more than 4 out of 5 people across the country. I think this result might come as a shock to many people because Thai people are very smiley, they like to joke around and stuff, but then they feel lonely. To me though, I'm not surprised by this at all because I have a few reasons to why I think a lot of Thai people would feel this way. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about these reasons and what this mean to you who are expats or foreigners that live in this country. The key reasons why a lot of Thai people feel this lonely is because it's so hard to make Thai friends, even as a Thai person. And on top of that, it's also quite hard to get into the deep emotional part. One day, a friend of mine, so I live in Chiang Mai, and this friend of mine also lived in Chiang Mai. One day, he told me that he needed to go back to his hometown because his dad has been diagnosed with cancer. It was quite serious. I know that he really enjoyed living in Chiang Mai. So I just asked him, how do you feel about that, leaving this town? He looked at me and he almost cried. He said, none of my friends, which is all Thai, none of my friends asked me this question. Like the moment that I told them that I'm going to be with my dad, everyone say, oh, that's a good thing. That's katanyu, which is like gratitude towards your parents. And nobody cares about what he felt. Probably they care, but they couldn't just express it in the form of question, which meant we never thought about these things. But I noticed that he was almost crying when I asked this question. This reminds me that in the Thai greetings, for example, we say hi and hello, and we go into have you eaten or where have you been instead of how are you 98% of the time. So it means that most of the people focus more on physical well-being rather than emotional well-being. And I know that a lot of people would say that, in the UK, people ask you, how are you? Are you all right? And stuff. Just autopilot. And people don't even expect you to answer anything. In fact, if you answer too long, then it would actually be quite offensive and they wouldn't enjoy that. But I think there must be a reason in the first place that that question is there. Just a matter of the fact that you will ask this question, even though the person that asked it don't mean it. Sometimes you would have this existential crisis and you would think, oh, how am I? How is my emotion side of things? And when you are in this culture where the emotional side of things were not focused as much in Thailand, sometimes you just forgot about it, which could be good at the beginning. But at some point, you would come to this point where you feel like, oh wow, I have been neglecting how I actually feel for a long time. Case in point, you would see that from time to time you would have seen Thai men, usually. This doesn't happen very often, but you would see that they were like smiling, sometimes they might be stoic, and then something happened, and then they just have this rage, they just have this like anger exploding all of a sudden, and you're like, wow, he came from this 0% to 100% in no time. But it's not in no time, isn't it? Because a lot of people bottle things up inside and we didn't know it. And I think in many cultures, you have ways to let it out. You are more welcome to share how you think constructively without letting this anger build up inside. So men would resort to alcohol and then rage. Well, not all of them. This is just, stereotypical speaking. And then women sometimes would resort to gossiping as a way to just let this suppressed emotions out. So instead of, complaining about things constructively, then they might just go to their friends. They might just use their verbal influence and use gossip as ways to just let things out. So people had to go somewhere to let things out. And on top of that, I would also say that when it comes to the emotional wellness, I think the focus on that is still relatively new in Thailand. Let's say if you want to talk to a therapist, if you want to talk to a psychologist that is affordable, you would go to a public hospital. But because there are high numbers of patients, you would end up having just 5 minutes to your therapist. And sometimes your therapist would just prescribe you antidepressant within such a short period of time, for example. They just didn't have time for you. If you want to talk to someone longer, then you have to seek private consultation, which could cost you from 1,000 to 3,000 baht, which is quite expensive for the Thai standard. So that's why I think when it comes to the emotion side of things, Thai people still haven't found methods that would fit into Thai people budget on average yet. So yeah, to sum up this point, I do wonder sometimes if there is this vulnerability issue in Thailand to a certain extent. People tend to express a lot of things when it comes to joy. People smile a lot, but when it comes to a more serious, concerning, emotional topic, I do wonder where people go. I'm sure, I mean, I know that I have Thai friends that I can talk about these things from time to time, but I notice as well that it's for me anyway, it's much easier to talk to my foreign friends when it comes to emotional side of things in a more regular basis. In fact, a researcher in Harvard University have categorized friendship into three types. So there is utility friendship, pleasure friendship, and virtue friendship. Utility friendship are colleagues, are the barista that you meet in coffee shop that you would just, enjoy talking to. The pleasure friendship is the one that you would go to cafe and restaurants with, joke around, having fun. The virtual friendship are the one that would care about your personal development, about how you are and want the best for you as a person. And I think when it comes to the circle of Thai friendships that I know, the utility and the pleasure friendships are there and quite strong already, but we are missing this virtue friendship that would help us dig deeper. And I think this may be why there is this loneliness epidemic, this missing a deep friendship. Because we're talking about this very serious and a bit grim topic, and that's why I'm wearing something very colorful and comfortable. This outfit is sponsored by Banyan Tide, which is a brand that produce outfit that is 100% made in Thailand. You can use my code Thailander and just go to the link below to go to their store. Right now, it's available on Amazon, USA, Canada, and Australia. Okay, so another aspect of why I think Thai people is lonely is because there is this cultural and language barrier. Yes, I know it sounds very wonky to say that because I'm talking about Thai people to Thai people right now. But when you look into the Thai culture and the Thai language, I suppose that some of you would know Thai a bit, and some that don't know, I will explain to you now. The way that the Thai pronounce work is quite different. So in English, you have I if you're talking to yourself, and you if you want to talk to other. So even if I'm talking to my mom in English, it will be I and you. Everyone is I, and another person is you. In Spanish and German, you have one I, so ich and yo. And then you have two forms of you, so du, usted, du and si, depending on the formality. But in Thai, the pronouns in which you call yourself I and the other person you is unlimited. It's based on so many things. It's based on your social status, but most of all, it's based on the familial relationship. So Thai society operates like this. When you go about and meet someone new, you want to know what their age is, or sometimes you just have to guess, and then you would call them according to what they would have been in your family. Let's say if I meet someone and I find out that she's 15 years older than me, then I would think of her as a big sister of mine. And I would use the word P, which means both big sisters and big brother. Let's say that person is called Ploy. I'll call P Ploy, every time I see her. And if I meet someone who, let's say, 30 or 40 years older than me, then I would think of them as my uncle and auntie. So I would just use the Thai pronouns that would fit for that. So it could be lung, pa, na, and the reason we have these forwards is because we are so specific with age. And if they are younger or older than our parents, then they would have different terms for uncles and aunties. And then you can also call someone grandpa and grandma as well. And this is a very lovely thing about the Thai language and culture. But I think when it comes to making friends, there is this element of like the need for things to be on the same page, the need for things to be a bit equal to help you make friends. You laugh with your friends about things, but you have to be able to laugh at them as well. And it's quite hard to laugh at someone who you already prescribe as much older than you, like a big sister or grandpa or auntie. If you have to call your friend Uncle John instead of John, then you would already have this thing inside of your head that, oh, they are a bit older. And there's so much respect towards the older people in Thailand as well. So joking around with them would be a bit more of a cautious thing for you to do. So case in point, I once was in this party. There was a Thai guy who's a lot younger than me, myself, and there's this American guy. We were talking English so that the American guy could understand. At some point, the American guy went to the bathroom, so that left me with the Thai guy. And I knew this Thai guy, and before this time, we talked in Thai all the time. But for some reason, because we were talking in English, we continued talking in English, and I noticed that his behavior was very different. He bantered more with me. He said things that he wouldn't have said if we were speaking in Thai. And I realized, wow, just switching the language, his behavior towards me changed. And then this came to me that, for like my non-Thai friends, I have so many non-Thai friends of different ages. I have friends who's 15 years younger than me. I have friends who are 30, 40 years older than me, and they all feel like friends. But it's very rare that I would have Thai friends with that big of an age gap. I think most of my Thai friends are about plus minus a few years, like 3 to 5 years. And just recently, I've made friends with some Thai people who are 10, 15 years younger than me. And I started to employ this strategy. So I told them, because for Thai people, they would start calling me P right away, like big brother. And I started to do this. I told them the first time, just forget about P, just call me James, which is my name. Just call me James. I know it's hard for you to do at the beginning. And so they tried to do that and they managed to do that. And at one point, I started to compare my relationship with these people that don't call me with the big brother title and the Thai people that still call me with this big brother title. And I realized that our friendship is different because the one that don't call me P seems to be more casual with me and they are able to make fun of me more. Whereas the one that call me P treats me with more respect. And when they want to joke about me, I think they are way more cautious. And sometimes they don't even do that. As you can see by the way Thai people use the pronouns, it seems like the Thai society focuses more on family rather than friendship. So family over friendship. And I think this is also the problem considering that Thai society has moved on from these small villages to big cities. When people live in a small village, they live more like this big family. And now people live in their apartment cells. Couple this up with the fact that Thai people want to marry less and less. Actually, there was a study last year which shows, let me find this, 40.5% of people of reproductive age had no desire to tie the knot, which is an increase from 35.7% in 2017. So within 7 years, 5 more percent, and now it's up to 40% of people don't want to get married. Now, the focus of Thai society, the focus of how people would get this sense of care and connection comes through family more than friends. And now people don't want to get married. And so now it would leave this society with so many single people that need to find new ways of connecting with other people. And I believe that at some point, people would change their behaviors and focus more on their friends. But that day has not completely yet to come. So for now, I think it would leave us with a lot of lonely, single, especially single Thai people. As for you, listener, who is a foreigner or expat non-Thai person listening right now, I think the fact that Thai people are lonely and needing friends could be also your opportunity into making friends. I know it sounds very opportunistic, but I think the advantage for someone that comes from a different culture in the society is that, first of all, you are not judged as much. Obviously, there is social, cultural, and language barriers because you come from different society. But at the same time, I think usually, not just Thai people, but most people would judge people from different culture a little bit less in a certain aspect. So if you do something that is a cultural faux pas, if you do something that is a cultural mistake, people will be like, oh, that's fine, you know. For most Thai people, let's say if you start using the wrong pronouns to another person, I know that sometimes people could get offended. But for you, people will be like, they're from different countries. They are learning Thai. This pronoun mistake is nothing. I think with Thai people interacting with foreigners as well, I noticed that people, switch the personality. So you could hear Thai people ask, สบายดีไหม which is like, how are you? Or เป็นยังไงบ้าง how is it going? A bit more, I could see that the Thai people can open themselves up more on the emotional side of things with someone who's non-Thai. In fact, I met someone who told me that, so this is an American lady, and she said to me that her Thai female friends open up with her more than with their Thai friends. And I find that interesting, but it makes a total sense. And maybe I should talk about this in the future episode. But I think there is such thing as, fearing of being judged by the people from the same community and opening it up more to people from different culture, especially if you are born and raised in the culture that has some sort of I wouldn't say conservative, but restrictive and suppressing emotions and feelings element to it, as in like, the Thai values and culture, which I'm not trying to say anything bad about it, but I think the Thai values have that side of things that try to contain and tame people a little bit. So when you come across someone from other cultures, it's a bit of an opportunity to be free and to let loose. So yeah, if you are foreigners and expats listening to it right now, know that even if you don't speak Thai as much or you don't understand the culture as much, then you do have this advantage of being different and bringing something in and bringing something out of your Thai friends probably. Thank you so much for listening. If you were interested in this talk, then I would recommend watching this video where I was talking about how to make friends with Thai people in general. Thank you and see you in the next episode. ขอบคุณครับ